I brought back my faux bleach brows for a very special video today. I promise I am wearing a shirt. Hi, it's Marilyn, and I'm super excited because I got a very special package in the mail and I just couldn't wait. I have been looking forward to making this video for such a long time just because this is probably like the career defining top thing that I could ever dream to work on. And actually during, I believe, the summertime, I got to collaborate with HipDot and create a gorgeous nail design set in collaboration with Color Cured to do an unboxing for this Black Parade box set makeup kit by My Chemical Romance. So it was really important to me to come on here and kind of record my whole experience just to look back on one day, since I got to do the first unboxing. And I actually got the face paint as well as the palette beforehand, so I did a few looks already. I did 3. Usually in these types of demos I do a 3 looks 1 palette, but since I already have them uploaded on my Instagram and TikTok, you can go to my highlight reel on Instagram, easily there for you to enjoy. So for this video, I'm just gonna be slapping on everything from this collection. I have all of the lipsticks on, every single eyeshadow, and I'll be giving you some close-ups of this gorgeous box and the nails as well. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Marilynmugbeat. And if you'd like to hear all of my memories of the day, see some swatches at the end, and how I created this look, then just keep on watching. I am a MCR super fan, and I was super lucky to be a part of this with other MCR fans. We were showing each other all of our emo pictures, and even the nail artist that did the designs for these nails was inspired by her own MCR t-shirt that she had with the wolves and these characters. These nails have me talking with my hands. They were done by Karina at Color Cured, so make sure to check her out. She is also an amazing trumpet player, super talented. I'm very lucky to be surrounded by so many wonderful Latinas, especially behind the scenes on set. The entire team was. Representation is so important because they would really think to even go above and beyond into the detail of the nail, on top of the fact of being fans. When I got together with Karina, I brainstormed that really iconic image of the patient from the Welcome to the Black Parade music video. The patient and nurses weren't really in the scene with the TV, but I really wanted it. But she's just amazing and created a scene herself. But on set, we ended up going with the logo and the recreation of the lipstick. And for this super glam nail, I didn't even tell Karina that I wanted one of these puffs. It was in my head, and of course she made it come to life. Along with the details of the wolf and Mother War, she created this amazing gas mask with the 3D effect, and I specifically wanted a little blimp, and I'm just impressed so far by all of the detail of the glitter and the specks of ash, along with the amazing penmanship for the My Chemical Romance logo and the crystal details. She does not shy away from that at all. I'm obsessed with these and I will cherish them for the rest of my life. And next, I'm gonna take you inside of the HipDot X MCR Black Parade collection. You can see that all of the art continues onto the inside with the custom CD palette, embossed body paint, lipstick trio, and limited edition enamel pin. Here's a quick shot of a brand new and clean version of the palette. I will not be touching this one, and you can see all of the little raised embossings in it, but this kit also includes an insert that has all the little characters that are embossed onto the eyeshadows. This makes me feel a lot less bad about dipping into them because at least I could have this forever. Unless you're like me and you go ahead and drop it, I would probably make sure to always leave this laying flat. It is a real CD case, so it's plastic and very delicate. And the lipstick packaging also features Pepe, and comes in 3 different dramatic sepia tones. And lastly, the MCR embossed body paint features Pepe and is actually a cream finish. I added a little bit of this in the front of my bleach brows, and the best way that I would recommend to prime for these eyeshadows is something more like these 2 options. They don't necessarily need help with pigmentation at all, so I'm just applying a thin layer and evening out the lid with the shade Carry On. Next, with this gorgeous pale gray called SIN, I'm winging out the outer corner. The black shadow Sad Song in this palette has red shimmer, which I love, but I'm just tapping off my brush to get rid of that for deepening the outer corner. It blends away pretty seamlessly as long as you have set your base. To make my face more skeletal, I'm going in with the shade Living Dead onto the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna complement that shadow with a little bit of shimmer using the shimmery bronze shade called Tragic Affair. The red shade for this palette is called Mama, and I'm using it under the eye to really smoke it out at first and to create some dramatic under eye bags, and then wing it out in the outer corner. And the last 2 shades I'm going to use are the pressed glitters. So for that, my favorite way to apply it is with a silicone tip. This one is called a Glam Topper, and I'm picking up the shade Murder Machine. This is the black pressed glitter. I'm using that to sharpen up the gap in my outer corner. And a tool like this is really handy. It's easy to clean off in between colors, and it prevents from digging into this gel-like formula. I like that it places the glitter exactly where I want, without it making a mess. This gold glitter is called Cannibal Glow, and I'm applying it to the inner corner. To complete this eye look, I added some bling and some spiky eyelashes. If I were a character of the Black Parade, I would be a very much undead showgirl, so I feel like this makeup goes perfectly with my emo rock opera dreams. And onto a quick rundown of all of the swatches for this palette. The MCR Black Parade palette is called Bury Me in all my favorite colors. It features 4 matte and 4 different shimmer finishes encased in a CD. The first shade I'm swatching is Cannibal Glow, and it's described as a gold foil. This one is best applied with a finger or a silicone applicator, as I showed before, since it's not a powder. Next I'm swatching Mama, which is a matte blood red. This shadow is Sad Song. It's a black with red shimmer. Murder Machine is described as a black pressed glitter, but it does have some silver reflect to it, which gives it dimension. Next is SIN, and it's described as a matte deadish gray. Carry On is a matte vintage white. This matte brownish taupe is called Living Dead. I ran out of room, so I'm swatching Tragic Affair at the top of my wrist, and it's described as a bronze shimmer foil. And here's an overview of all of the products in the collection. Before we move on to the cream products, I wanted to show you a close-up of the shimmers and how unique they are. The first shade is Tragic Affair, and honestly this is something that I would wear for like an everyday or very similar to a standard bridal type of bronze. It's not too shimmery or glittery, it just looks very sophisticated on the eye. Plus it's full of pigment. And speaking of pigment, I put down a little bit of a cream black base underneath the shade Sad Song to see just how much glitter I was able to pull out of this shade, and once I did that, it came off almost a little bit gold as well. I love its unique buildable formula. I actually used to be a big hater of pressed glitters, but these last 2, Cannibal Glow and Murder Machine, perform so well that I honestly don't even use a glitter primer with it. And black glitter is pretty tricky to master, and the fact that this one has such a really unique, almost silvery blue shift to it makes it really exciting to work with. I really love how the eyes came out, and next I'm going to be adding the Mama lipstick set. I'll probably just end up doing an ombre of all of the colors, but let's see what I think first. I had gotten a brief on this whole collection. I'm sure this info is on the site, but this is what I got. It says, "Why don't you blow me a kiss before she goes?" Each one of these is named after a woman of the Black Parade, and I think that's so important because that's one of the main reasons why I love my chem. They always made it a point to never over-sexualize women, and every time that they've represented these female figures, they've always been almost like reapers or some kind of morbid dark angel. So the shades here are Fear, which is a bruised brownish red. This lipstick was especially nostalgic. It really took me back to the time when I was starting to get into emo makeup and was digging through my mom's makeup bag to steal her eyeliner and mascara. And this is definitely a very like 90s bruisey type of gorgeous like gingery brown nude that is very, very specific. But I can already imagine this like tapped on in the center with the nude. And I really do adore the little teardrop shape. I did go in and just swipe away at the edges, but this got all up in every single corner and gave me a really crisp line. Next is Regret, which is an asphalt gray. Why do I want to keep this one on with this look? I love how it makes all the glitter and smoky outer corner really pop, especially with the blonde brows. It makes everything like super dark, but I am very picky about gray lipstick especially. I have so many gray lipsticks because as a My Chem fan, of course, my favorite color of eyeshadow and makeup is red, but gray definitely is my next choice. So this gray lipstick is super creamy. I just want to keep putting more and more on, but you don't even have to. This one feels really comfortable on the lips, and overall I'm really impressed with the shade of gray that this is. Sometimes these types of shades can come off really light and ashy and just overall unflattering, or they can be too blue, which this one is just like the perfect shade of like a cool gray. I feel like it pretty much completes all my types of gray shades that I have. I have too many, and I could probably talk about different shades of gray for an hour comparing all my lipsticks, so I'll just leave it at that. And lastly, I have Mother War. I like how the description of this lipstick is just nude because from the shoot I asked about it because especially when this kind of super eyelinery dark eye look was really popular, we balanced it out with a super nude lip most of the time. Somebody like me that couldn't afford an actual nude lipstick and didn't even know where to find them. Again, digging through my mom's bag, I just slapped on concealer. That's where concealer lips comes from. But this shade may or may not be a dupe for a recently discontinued cult classic nude lipstick that we all, well, I wanted back in the day, but the real emo girlies were using this shade. And if you know what lipstick I'm talking about, this is a similar shade, and I'm just so baffled to like, especially since it got discontinued, that I actually own this. I never got my hands on the actual one. And I'm just gonna teach you how to wear a nude lip real quick because probably back in the day we would have just slapped it on like this. But I'm gonna do a little bit of a more modern take and blend in the edges with the other colors that come in this Mama lipstick set. So I already have on the shade Mother War, and to blend it in with my skin tone, I'll be taking the shade Fear to line the top and bottom of my lip. I'm also adding a little bit of that into the inner parts of my lips. This is gonna help to blend my fleshy lip color into this really pale nude. And to add some dimension onto the outer corner, I'm blending in the shade Regret. This is basically the ultimate nude lip kit set. It's such a glamorous and very emo look. And let me just take my hair down, and I'm obsessed with how this all turned out. Here's the completed look, and I'll give you one last overview of all of the swatches and a few of my final thoughts. Being able to even be a part of my favorite band in any little way like this means so much to me. And I love the concepts that went into the palette. It was designed to look exactly like the CD because it is an actual CD case, and it makes it a little harder to put the names in. And if that's something that kind of bothers you, it comes with an insert. I honestly would put the cover just in the box, and you can leave this little plastic insert inside of the tabs in the front. I'll put a picture of the first makeup look that I created. So when they weren't in the skeleton makeup, G would still have a very much skeletal glam, and so I used the white body paint to hollow out my natural skin tone to show a more inclusive way to create their cadaverous glamour. And I basically recreated Gerard Way's makeup. I love using this cream paint with my other kind of traditional gothic or corpse paint. Those types of foundation sticks and grease paints can get pretty heavy, but the formula on this is very pigmented and really moves with the warmth of your skin, so make sure to powder down real well. And I don't have anything quite like this. I love the consistency of it. When I was doing research in order to do that sunken skull, more like neutral face that Gerard wore, it really made me think back to the original influences of the Black Parade, which is like the Phantom of the Paradise and more like rock musical, rock operas. Like Welcome to the Black Parade is basically the emo Bohemian Rhapsody. It's very grand and just a classic. I was really surprised to see how glamorous most of the looks were. One of the things that I really wanted to point out was that the costume designer that worked on the jackets is Colleen Atwood, and she also did the costumes for Wednesday, the latest Netflix show for the Addams Family. And Hip Dot actually also did a Addams Family collaboration a while ago. I have it. So this era is definitely very glamorous, and I feel like the shades in here are very reminiscent of the type of dead glamour. Both Wednesday and the Black Parade have a very similar style. You can see especially in Gerard's use of neutral makeup and the way that Wednesday has her makeup done on the show. It's very nude, but it's still really creepy. That whole emo look was kind of the fans' reaction to it, but looking back, the blonde era G, that was really surprising to me, honestly, but it makes sense if you look at how Wednesday is styled and made up as well. But to me, it is a requirement that every single MCR palette has a red eyeshadow. That will be their legacy for all of history. I don't care what anyone says, Gerard Way did invent red eyeshadow. I have it smoked out on my under eyes. And of course, my theater kid heart would love a shade called Mama. I will never get over the fact that they have Liza Minnelli on that track. Gerard Way is a theater kid, confirmed, okay? I am also a snob for red eyeshadows, and this one holds up pretty highly in my collection. Thank you so much for watching this video on my experience being a part of the Black Parade, My Chemical Romance x Hip Dot collaboration. It truly was a dream come true, and if you'd like to get a closer look at this and all of my other looks with this palette, make sure to head to my Instagram highlight. I have one titled The Black Parade with all of my looks that I've created so far. And check the description for all of my other social media as well. I'll see you next time. Bye!